Hey, today I thought we'd take a look at a little known video game console. This is a Sears Video Arcade 2. What this is, it's a clone of the Atari 2600. I think it was probably the last 2600 that was ever sold. The trademark on the box says it was 1982. I thought it was a little bit older than that, but that's probably about right. I received this as a Christmas gift, many years ago. Even by today's standards, if you didn't know what you was looking at, you think that this was a newer console. When these first came out, I think they retail for somewhere around $200, which for the early 80s, that was quite a bit of money. And the games themselves was sometime between 20 and 30, I think, maybe. But we'll take a look at it here. The power switch is on the right. Inputs for your controllers. There's a slider switch there for channel 3 or 4, and on this side the slider switch is for color or black and white television. So it kind of gives you an idea of how old this console is. The controllers that came with it are a little bit different than the standard Atari controllers. There's the shooter fire buttons, there's the paddle, and there's the joystick all in one. The older Atari controllers was the joystick and red button and a separate controller for the paddle. The ones that take the paddle games, all it is a push of a button to change it from joystick to paddle, whatever game you've got in there. This cabinet, or whatever you want to call it, this actually has a plastic cover that goes over it. This was a separate accessory to store all your games and things in the back of it, so that was pretty neat too. We got some games here. This is a Sears Tele-Games. This is the one that Space Invaders that came with the console. Now, I've got a lot of games, but these are some of my favorites. Missile Command, Star Raiders, Yard's Revenge is a good one. Centipede, it's a fast-paced game, the kids like that. Asteroids, Miss Pac-Man, I recently got that from my wife. Warlords is a party favorite. Berserk's a good one. Defender's a good one too. E.T., I don't know how that got in there. E.T. sucks. Gorf, Combat, but you can see some of them there. And actually I was playing Asteroids today, and after your points get to which a lot of you younger folks aren't going to think much of this, but after you get to 99,000 points, it doesn't go to 100,000. It changes over and goes back to 0, which I thought that's pretty funny. But to show you a few games here real quick. As soon as you turn it on, you can see that the lights come up, and it's just as simple as pushing a button from expert to novice, or however you want to do it. And actually, there's a thing about Space Invaders on here that I didn't really pay much attention to. If you change it from expert to novice, from novice to expert, the ship changes size. Look at that. I don't remember doing that. That was pretty neat. And Asteroids. Everybody remembers Asteroids. I'm trying to do this and hold the camera with one hand. It may not work very well. Yeah. Playing a lot online with online hackers and getting pissed off and always coming back to this. A lot of this is repetitive, but it gets real fast paced, and it's real it can be challenging at times. Berserk. And this is one of the games that, as it goes along, it gets real hard, real quick. And Gorf was another good game that it's almost something similar to Space Invaders, but not quite exactly the same. You know, if you shoot the button, the fire button, if you press it, it shoots a long one, but if you hold it in, see, and after you get all these done, there's one giant mothership that you have to shoot, and it gets real fast paced. And I was going to show you one more. Yar's Revenge. It's another good game. But it's real fast paced also. And let me set the camera down right here before I wind up dropping it. The other one I was going to show, got them all mixed up now. Oh, is Warlords. There it is. There's different selections for different games on this one. I think that's it. Nope. Anyway, well, I've got the setting on this one where it's just me and nobody else playing, but you can play the computer or up to 4 players on this one. I've got it set if you hold the red switch, you can grab the ball and shoot. The object of this is to destroy your opponent's fort or whatever you want to call it, to get the man in the back. But it's a little bit more fast paced, especially without the selection for the to hold the ball on it. But that's an interesting look back. Anyway, this was it's fun to play, it's challenging. You know, we're going from today's standards. I've got all of the just about all of them, the video game consoles, a lot of the older ones anyway. Don't have many of the newer ones. I don't have the Xbox or PlayStation 3. I'm gonna wait till those. I always wait till those come down a whole lot before I wind up buying them. But you know, even by today's standards, as far as challenging, some of these games get pretty hard, especially fast paced. But you know, going from this, you know, to a controller like this where everything's wireless, and playing a lot of the games that's not online, but playing a lot of the other games online. This one's always been a favorite of mine. And I've got the package here. You know, you can see some of my handiwork from when I was about 10 or 11 years old, but there's some of the artwork. There's one for Defender. And there's the back side of the box. And right here is the other side. There's an old television. But yeah, this one came with a handle where you could carry it, and I used to carry it around. That's why it's messed up so bad, to a lot of my friends' house. You know, if we had stayed over or whatever to play video games. But I thought they'd be interesting to look at. Take a trip back down memory lane and playing a lot of these older games. A lot of the hardcore gamers I know have all these consoles, the Sears Video Arcade and the Sears Video Arcade 2, but this is the only one I have, plus the older Ataris and the old Nintendos. I have all the Nintendos, but that's all I got today.